Hi and welcome to this course. In this course, we will learn Python. It's going to be a beginner's friendly course. We'll start with the basic concepts and fundamentals of Python. Afterward, we will move on to creating a simple task management terminal app. Do not worry, the code won't be long or complex. It will be a good and comprehensive introduction to learning Python. Join me on this learning journey. Before we start, here are a couple of reasons why learning Python is a great choice. Python is one of the most popular and widely used programming languages today. And with the growing importance of artificial intelligence, its popularity is only increasing due to its extensive use in AI applications. Now let's move to setting up our environment to begin learning Python. First, you will need an integrated development environment, an IDE. However, before we install the IDE, we need to install Python. There are two ways to install Python. The first one, you can go to Python website, python.org, and install it from there. You can go to downloads and choose the version that you want to download. You will see here Python. You will see here a Mac OS or Windows version. I'm going to use Windows, and the recommended way to install Python for beginners through Microsoft Application Store. So let's get to the store. You can type in the search Microsoft Store. Let us search for Python. There are different versions of Python in Microsoft Store. I installed already 3.10. So you can download 3.10 or 11. It's up to you. But this is just for the beginners. If you want to develop in the future complex applications, it's recommended to download the Python from Python website. The second thing, after installing Python, if you want to learn or to check any concept, you need to go to the documentation, and in the documentation you'll have on the left side the docs, the documentation by version. You can choose one and go through its documentation. There is the tutorial tab, and here you will find a lot of good information to learn Python. Now, after installing Python from Windows Store, now let's go to install our IDE. I'm gonna use Visual Studio Code, so you can just Google Visual Studio Code, VS Code, and go to the website and download it from there. So I have it already installed on my system. So let us just click on it, and then you need to run it and go through the default installation. You don't need to do anything extra. After installing your IDE, you need to go to the extensions. So it's on the left. It's on the left side, and you need to install Python, and you need to install Python extension for VS Code. I have it already installed. You can see it has 107 million active downloads, and it's from Microsoft. So it's gonna help you in running your code, debugging, and it's gonna make it easier for you to work with Python and develop applications. So now we installed Python, we installed our IDE, and we installed the Python extension for Visual Studio Code. Now we are ready to start working with Python. Let me create just a test file. So the suffix for Python, files is py. So any file that has py at the end is going to be a Python file. You see now, after creating the file, we have the Python icon on the left side of the file. And we have this play button on the right side of the open window. And here we can run our code. For example, let's run the first line of code. I'm just gonna print hello world. And let's run the code. Now you see, after clicking on the play button, the code got executed and we have hello world in our terminal. There is another way to write Python code. We can write directly in our terminal Python. And sorry, I made a mistake. Now we have an open terminal and we can write Python code here. For example, if I want to run the same code, print hello world. So it's the same. We can even do some math operation calculations. For example, 1 plus 1, it's 2. 8 times 9, 72. So this is the other way to run Python. I think that was all for this video. See you in the next video. If you have a question, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe to support me. Thank you.